Hi everyone, I'm Renee and welcome to my channel. Today's cake is inspired by those trendy unicorn cakes. Stay tuned to see how I made this My Little Pony Twilight Sparkle Cake. To get a nice tall cake, I'm using 3 2-inch tall cake layers. For 3 7-inch rounds, I mixed up 1.5 batches of my vanilla cake recipe, which I will have linked down below. I've divided the batter and I'm coloring 1/2 pink, and then the other half I'm going to color purple, and this is going to swirl together in the pan and just make the inside of the cake a little bit more fun. To make a pink and purple marble, I've got my prepared pans, and then I'm just going to lay in one color, and then I'll randomly lay on some of the next color on top. Then use a palette knife to swirl those together, and there you have a pink and purple marble cake. My cakes have been baked, cooled, and the tops cut off to level them. This cake is going to be filled and iced with purple Swiss meringue buttercream. I'll have a link to my recipe down below in the description box, as well as a link to a video I made on how to color Swiss meringue buttercream, so check that out as well if you're interested in some of those tips. Once the cake is layered, I'm going to give it a nice crumb coat, and then I'll pop that in the refrigerator to chill so that everything can firm up before adding a final coat of buttercream. Once that crumb coat has had a chance to firm up in the refrigerator, the cake is ready for a final coat of buttercream. I'm going to add a generous coating of buttercream and then go ahead and smooth that cake, and then this cake will be ready for decoration. After I smoothed my cake, I popped in the refrigerator to firm up. Meanwhile, I'm going to work on some fondant decoration. I'm rolling out a log of purple fondant, and I'm going to taper both ends, then fold the piece in half and twist it together to make a unicorn horn. To give the horn a little bit of structure as well as a way to attach it to the cake, I'm going to insert a skewer almost all the way up the horn. In all the pictures of Princess Twilight Sparkle that I've seen, her horn is just the same color as her body, but I wanted to make this unicorn horn just a little bit more special, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a pearl sheen by dry brushing on some pearl luster dust. Then I'm just going to set this piece aside to set up a little bit before we add it to the cake. I'm going to use that same purple fondant to make ears. I have 2 balls approximately the same size, and I'm going to form each one into a cone. Once both pieces are approximately the same shape, I'm going to use the palm of my hand to slightly flatten them, making sure to keep the tapered point. And then I'm going to use my finger to make a divot in the middle, and that's going to give the interpretation of the inside of the ear. You can see I'm kind of using my finger and then pushing it around to make it look a little bit concave. Then do the same thing to the other piece. Finally, I'm going to add 2 toothpicks to each ear, and this is going to give us a secure way to attach these to the cake. Set these aside and let those firm up a little bit as well. As you can see, my cake is nice and smooth and just out of the refrigerator, so it's chilled and it's going to be easy to work with. The cake is iced with Swiss meringue buttercream, but for the decoration, I'm using American style buttercream. I will have my recipe up by next week, so keep an eye out for that if you're interested. Now I've colored it a navy blue, a purple, and a pink, as those are the colors of Twilight Sparkle's mane. I have this buttercream in pastry bags with an assortment of different star tips. I'm going to start with the blue buttercream. It has the 1M tip, which is the largest that I'm using because this is the most prominent color in Twilight Sparkle's mane. Now I'm going to start by establishing the shape of the mane with a single rosette in the front to be like the bangs area. And then I'm going to continue to make a single line of rosettes all the way across the top of the cake and then kind of curve down along the side, and this is going to give me a nice shape that I'm going to follow. Now that I've laid out the shape for the mane, I'm going to add the unicorn horn right in the front, kind of tilted forward, and then I can build the rest of the mane around this. First, I'm just going back in with that blue buttercream, and I'm going to continue to build up this part of the mane a little bit. I'm making different size rosettes, and I'm also going to make a few little drop stars. I just want to give different textures to the mane, and that's what's going to really give this cake a lot of interest. Next, I'm going in with purple buttercream, and again, I'm going to use different sizes and shapes of little drops and rosettes and little swoops, and I'm going to fill this color in to make a stripe right down next to the blue buttercream. Then I'm going to do the same thing to add a stripe of the pink buttercream right next to the purple. At this point, before I finish the mane, I want to add the ears set just a little bit further back from the horn. That way I can work around those to finish filling in the mane. On the other side of the pink, I'm going to finish up with another stripe of the blue buttercream, making swoops and rosettes. And then I'm going to go back in and fill in any of the colors wherever I think it needs a little bit more. For the eyes, I just made two little tapered ropes of black fondant. The skinny part is going to be angled downwards, and it's going to curve just a little bit below the top end to give us a pretty shape. And then of course I made 3 little eyelashes for the end of each eye. All that's left to do is attach these pieces to the cake, and they should stick pretty easily right to the buttercream. And that's it. I've been eyeballing these unicorn cakes on Instagram for a while. I really wish I knew who the original creator was. Comment down below if you know who made them first. But I think that this style, it translates so beautifully to a My Little Pony cake, and it was so easy to do. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. If you like this video, you might want to check out my Shopkins ice cream cake video or my recent Lego Ninjago Lloyd cake video.